Hey friends, so today is finally the day that I am going to show you our co-op finally done after renovation reveal. It is not 100% done. For example, there's something next to me here, this wall like unit thing that I think we want to like replace, that we're not in love with. It was in our old house and just, I don't know. Anyway, there are a few pictures still that I haven't put up on the wall because frankly, they require like a lot of measuring and things. And it's like a group of 4 of 2 different things. And yeah, I just, like once you get out of the mode of hanging pictures and like I was on a roll and then we weren't sure where these were gonna go and we've moved some things in the meantime. Anyway, so, but I need to get this done. I really wanna show you the completed look. So just so you know, I didn't clean for you. I was hoping to actually do this like right after our cleaning people came, and that was like a week and a half ago. But this is an opportune time because David is actually traveling, so no one is in the apartment right now except for me, which will make it much easier to film. So the other caveat is that I will not be showing you Nick's room because it is an utter disaster. And let me just tell you, I walked in there and was not a happy mom. So I really try not to get on my kids like to keep their rooms clean and whatnot, but we're gonna be having a little discussion because yeah, it's not good. I mean, it's not that it's dirty, it's just there's stuff everywhere, clothes all over the floor and on his bed and wrappers and cups. And anyway, like I said, we'll be having a discussion. So let me obviously flip the camera around. I will go to the front door and start there. And yeah, I'll show you how it turned out. All right, so here we go. What you just heard was our little lock. We installed a new lock, so we don't have the, typical turn key lock. We have an electrical lock, as you just heard. You can use your fingerprint. So, and hopefully I will be able to insert before pictures here. I think I've archived that footage, so I'll need to go to like a hard drive to find it. But anyway, as you can see, it looks quite different. So as we turn to the left here after coming in to the door, and I know you guys all, let me kind of stand back here because I know you guys all really love the doors. David did an amazing job picking these doors. Another thing we still have to do is we have some extra of this metal trim that the door company gave us to put on these panels because the door, it hasn't been replaced. I'll show you actually. It's just actually a panel. So you can see here, so this is actually a panel that they mounted on the door. And so we decided we might want to have it match. So we have some of that metal trim, we just have yet to cut it, and it just has adhesive on the back and you just put it up there, but we haven't done that. So anyway, this is the front door. Over here to your right is our coat closet, which is packed full to the brim. Definitely one of the downsides to living here is not a huge coat closet, but happy to have it nonetheless. And over here to the left is my pantry, which, as you guys know, was a huge source of frustration. And yeah, so anyway, I will show you how it turned out. I think you guys have sort of seen it in the midst, but here it is actually fully done and stocked, as you can see. It's a little overstuffed right now. I feel a little out of, I like things to be very concise and neat. And so this is, yeah, a little bit of overstimulation for me, but I am one of those sort of, TikTok mom type things. So everything, generally has a place and is generally marked and all that stuff. But that is the pantry, and I am very, very happy with how that turned out. And then obviously we just store some of our brooms and mops there. Then we do have an additional broom closet here. I guess I'll show it to you. There's nothing that exciting about it. But it's got like our laundry stuff up there, and then we've got both of our Dysons hanging on the wall. there, and yeah, just some miscellaneous stuff. But that's kind of the broom closet. And then again, kind of walking back here. So this is sort of the entryway. This is the piece that I'm talking about that was in our old house. It was something that's been in storage that, yeah, I really like the piece, and I think the size of it works really well here. I just don't love the color anymore. It definitely we bought it in our old house that we lived in for quite a long time. And I think, like, style-wise, it's fine. It's just the color. I don't know that I could paint it or not, but I'll just kind of step back here and you can kind of see how it is decorated. So those are all scrapbooks that I've made for generally my older two kids, and definitely get a lot of flack for that I didn't scrapbook for the twins. And then obviously over here is the kitchen. So you can see the new backsplash, which I absolutely love. Again, I stick to the fact that I did like the other backsplash. I just did not end up liking it with all of the black cabinets. It looked a little too sort of bachelor pad-ish. These are like a black stainless, I think, if I remember correctly. We have all Samsung appliances, so they're all linked to an app. So like if somebody leaves a refrigerator door open, it like pings your phone and whatever. And when the oven is preheated, ready, it pings your phone and all those kind of things. But we did buy all of those on a Black Friday sale. Love my sink. That was David's pick, actually, and so happy with it. Think it turned out perfectly. Here you can see what the backsplash looks like kind of up close and personal. This little thing here, this little sign, if you don't own one of these, you must. If you have family and are tired of answering the question, Mom, is the dishwasher clean or dirty? This is your answer right here. I will link it below. It's from Amazon, one of the best purchases I've probably ever made off of Amazon, ever. Anyway, so as you can see here, obviously, cabinets, and then we've got the 6 stools here. So when both Morgan and Jack are here, we have places for everybody to sit. Otherwise, it's just the 4 of us normally. So yeah, obviously we've got some outlets in the island, which is nice. We've got one on the other side over there, but tried to plan for potential, computers and whatnot. I'll kind of try to remind you guys is before, when you walked in, the opening to the kitchen was basically kind of here. And then there was a wall here. So sort of where you see the end of the counter, this was all wall. So the kitchen was completely enclosed. And this was a very, narrow and dark and, kind of confined hallway in a sense. So over here, this configuration did not change at all. So this closet existed when we moved in, this closet existed when we moved in, and Nick's bathroom existed when we moved in. So this was one of 2 bathrooms, but obviously redone. So obviously these doors got replaced, and then basically everything in Nick's bathroom is new with the exception of the tile and the bathtub. In hindsight, do I wish we had just bit the bullet and done the extra expense? Probably yes, but it's a white tile, it's not offensive. He loves the bathtub. Nick loves to take baths, it's so cute. But otherwise, everything else was ripped out and gutted. So, the floor is different, obviously new toilet, new vanity, new mirror, new lights, all that. So this is, like I said, Nick's bathroom, which, like I said, turned out very nice, I think. All right, so this is very different, obviously, from how it was before, because first of all, this wall did not exist at all, because this is Nick's room now, and this used to be all open down to like about here. So the living room was really, really big, and they used kind of this end to put a dining room table, and then, you know, more this side as the living room. They had a whole bunch of built-ins. There were built-ins all along the windows here and under and covering the air conditioning unit, which really impeded the air conditioning unit. But anyway, so very, very happy with how this turned out. And I'll show you sort of my favorite perspective in this kind of room of when I sit here. But as you can see, we've got the sofa here. The two-part here converts into a queen sleeper sofa. So, you know, if Morgan or Jack or whoever comes to visit, they have a place to sleep. For like the first couple months I had these pillows, I would constantly say, because I had them in Kansas City, constantly say to the kid, don't lean on the pillows. Don't use the pillows. And they're like, what's the point of having pillows if you can't use them? You know what? It's true. So now they're flat. I will buy other inserts and they'll look fluffy again. But for now, that's the way they are. I mean, they still look fine, but they're certainly not as puffy and full and whatever as this when I first got them from the Denver boutique. Anyway, that was a little thing. It is super cheap and probably will replace it at some point, but we kind of needed something for that corner, and we've got some art pieces on there, obviously. And then I've sort of decided to decorate these air conditioning heating units because, you know, they're not the most attractive thing, but hey, that kind of helps. That, by the way, is me when I was, I think like 2, 3, maybe. Anyway, and that is a sculpture by an artist named Guido, who is phenomenal. He actually happened to live next door to my grandmother in Milwaukee, and he's a very famous artist. He's got art, he's a German artist, but all over the world. So this is also something that was David's idea, was adding these like wood accent panels. So there's one here, and then I'll swing you around. You probably already saw it, but then there's one over here. Just kind of wanted to give the space just a little, you know, difference and definition. Over here, obviously, you see our big frame TV. I would like to get, you can buy like frames for them so that it really, really looks like a picture, like a piece of art on the wall. And then we've got our things here. And over here, as you can see, is actually my newest Rose Forever New York bouquet. So while I'm here, let's chat about that for a second. So this is not like sponsored, but this was gifted to me, so I did want to talk about it for a second with you. This is my second bouquet from Rose Forever New York. And when deciding on this particular piece, because you'll see the other one in my closet, and you guys have seen it before, because I use it like to store some closet like accessory type things, I was like, I really want something for the living room. And we had this space here, which you can't see right now because obviously I'm holding this, that was sort of empty. And I thought that would be the perfect spot. And because we're sort of in this black, gray, cream, you know, sort of theme here, you know, we've got the cream chair behind me. This was like the perfect bouquet to pick. So this, as you guys, if you're not familiar with Rose Forever New York, they are real roses that they use some natural oils to preserve the roses. But I mean, if you touch them, they feel like roses, but you shouldn't really touch them. That one tip, don't like kind of handle them. They will last even longer. But they say they last at least up to a year. And I think I've had my other one now for probably getting close to a year, and they look amazing. They look beautiful. They are, so like I said, all natural roses. You can get them in a ton of different configurations. They've got these black velvet hat boxes. They have, you'll see in my closet when we get there, in the like acrylic kind of trays, which is great if you're looking for something to, like I said, have a little bit of storage that's also pretty. But like I said, lots to choose from, different like combinations of number of roses, and the number of colors that you can pick from is unbelievable. But like I said, I just particularly thought this configuration and in this particular container was just perfect for the living room. So it's been sitting here, And yeah, it's just sort of been that one of those final touches that I needed for this room. So thank you again to Rose Forever New York for sending me these. I love them. And you know, with Mother's Day coming up, this would be a great gift because you guys, you spend so much on flowers and they just die, and these last for a long, long time. So anyway, just thought I'd share those with you too, and we'll continue the tour. Okay, so stepping back here again. So now, like I said, you can kind of see the setup here, and then I will show you, like I said, I'll show you the view. I think you guys have seen it already, but let me sort of do this. So hopefully you can see that clearly, but that is a really nice view, kind of an overcast day, unfortunately, but that is the East River, and that is the FDR highway that you're sort of seeing there. But we have both the river view as well as a city view. It's a little bit better from our room because we're farther down as far as a city view. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was my favorite view in this apartment of the apartment. And that is sitting in what is basically the twin to that chair over here in the corner. Because I sit here and I feel almost like I'm back in Kansas City in my much, much larger house. And while I am certainly now used to the space that we have here and the size, it just feels so open to me, and it feels, again, it gives me the same feeling that I had, you know, when we would sit in our living room and our kitchen. It was all an open concept there too. So it was, you know, our living room and kitchen and a big island where we had stools and sat and ate and things. And so this to me gives me that feeling. This is the view now down the hall. So this, as I said, this whole room here did not exist when we bought the place. So we constructed this room, which actually was the original bedroom for this side. So just to remind you guys, this is a 2-unit apartment, co-op, technically, that the previous owner had bought 2 units and combined them. So before they were combined, if in other words, like for example, the people above us is just this unit as it is normally, this is where the bedroom is, and this is where the living room is. So we didn't do anything like earth-shattering here, but we obviously, Nick needed a bedroom, so that's where this went. One of the ingenious things, and you guys have seen this in the work in progress, that our architect had us do is David needed a place to work. And there was this very large, as you can see, alcove here that the previous owner, and that originally I think we anticipated, you know, putting some piece of furniture, probably actually the piece that's in the entryway now, I think is what we originally planned. And when we had discussions about not being in the same room working and being on Zoom calls, our architect came up with this great idea. So we basically had a worktop installed here, and it's narrow enough so that when David's chair, as it is, I'll show you here, is pushed in, we can then close these barn doors. So they're on these rails up here, and you just close them. And now, I mean, normally I would turn off the light so you wouldn't see the light through there, but now his office is concealed. And so he's done working, and yeah, his office is just, you know, just looks like 2 more doors. So that was a genius idea, like I said, by our architect. This is Nick's room. Like I said, not gonna show you. It sort of is a carbon copy of Hannah's room, so you'll be able to see something that's a little more pleasant to look at. So here is Hannah's room, and that's her one big squishmallow that she decided to keep when we moved, and she is very into playing guitar right now, so that was something that we got. And like I said, then that's her view and her bed. We got her kind of a new platform bed. We tried to get both of the kids' bed. They had needed new beds, so we got everything with like under bed storage, which again, if you live in a big city with little storage and in small spaces. Things like underbed storage and things are just genius. So anyway, walk over here. We installed a desk here because we did end up having to rip out all of her built-ins that were here because of the water damage that happened in September. So these are her closets. Nick has a similar IKEA system. He doesn't have the corner piece though, because obviously he's a boy. He didn't need as much closet and clothes space, but looks nice in her room, and she's got a full-length mirror on one of the doors behind there so she can see that. But yeah, her room turned out very nicely, and she picked everything that's on her walls. So, and she made these, had these printed. They're like album covers because she wanted kind of a music theme here. And then she also was very adamant about doing this kind of floating shelf, and those are some fairy lights, which obviously are not turned on. But anyway, that is Hannah's room. Coming out of Hannah's room, straight ahead here, this is a a linen closet. So all of this whole wall basically used to be closets. And obviously we needed to do some things, so we changed things. So this was all demolished, and then they rebuilt this because it's much obviously smaller. But anyway, so here's where a lot of the changes came in. So this is Hannah's bathroom. Hello. And this was actually originally part of the master bathroom, and technically part of the other, we're technically in the other part of the apartment now, the other apartment, like the other letter of the apartment. And this, like I said, this like right here, this open part here were all closets. And so there was, walls behind here, and you entered this bathroom from around the corner, like off of our room. So what we did is so over here originally, and again, hopefully I have footage of this. This was a big jacuzzi tub here. The vanity was here and the toilet was here. And then where this wall is now used to be our stand-up shower. The master bath had a separate shower, and then the jacuzzi tub and the vanity and the toilet. So what we did is we basically installed this wall here and split off, so Hannah got about 3/4 of this bathroom to be hers. We obviously demoed everything in here. So everything you see here is new. And then she got, a very large now walk-in shower, and both her bathroom and our bathroom have this same wall tile, which we really like, and the same tile in the floor. All 3 bathrooms have the same floor tile, like this floor tile. She picked out her vanity. She wanted something with gold fixtures, so we did that. And then obviously her light up mirror actually is a medicine cabinet as well. So she has additional storage behind the mirror. The other ones that we have don't have that because we didn't need that. But she wanted more storage, but this is how her bathroom turned out, which, is great. And so they each have their own bathroom. That was Hannah's big ask in this move, was she wanted her own bathroom. And, hashtag first world problems. My kids were used to all having their own individual bathrooms, and we were happy that we could make that a reality for Hannah so that they don't have to share bathrooms anymore. And boy, we shared bathrooms for a long time. So this, as you can see, is the entrance into our master bedroom. All right, so here is our master bedroom. As you can see, this was our bed. This was in storage. We did have our nightstands with us. We did not have this piece with us. That was in storage. All the rugs were in storage. This is a new TV. It's a little cluttered over here, and it became a little more cluttered because I got that walking pad now, which I then switch out. If I'm walking at my desk and I raise my desk, then I move the chair kind of over here in the middle. It's not, ideal, but again, guys, when you're in New York, or a big city like this where you are strapped for space, you got to do what you got to do. So while it's not ideal, and unfortunately our bed does not have a lot of, as you can see, a lot of clearance under it. There's not, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to fit that, slide that under the bed, but it misses by about ½ an inch, unfortunately. But that is where I work on a normal basis. And then I just had some floating shelves installed there. The reason why they're the height that they are is because then obviously I raise my desk. So this is a sit-stand desk, and that can come up and, you know, still have clearance for my monitors, etc. Again, kind of some more decor there on that. And then this is where I film. So let me kind of stand back here. I've added this little side table one to just, you know, sometimes when I'm showing you guys things, I need some place to put something and I didn't really have anything. That also actually moves up and down. So sometimes I will edit at that table. I'll, you know, kind of, it's on wheels, as you can see. I'll roll it out and just stand and edit, because I kind of like, you know, I'll move it over to like here so I can see the view of the river, etc. But that is the infamous chair that everybody loves, including myself. Amazing, again, a great purchase. This is still a work in progress here. I have like doors that go on here that I started to install and then got sidetracked and have yet to finish. So that whole thing is just ignore the man behind the curtain, as they say. But yeah, then we ended, like I said, got that TV because ours ended up getting cracked in the move. But of course we didn't know that it got cracked until we moved everything out of storage and took it out of the box. So that is the one downside to having your stuff in storage for a long time, you know, before you actually see the things. So anyway, that, like I said, is our room. And then through this barn door is the master bathroom. So let's go take a look there. All right, so as you can see here now, so this is another barn door, so it slides like that. But as you walk in, we've got these IKEA PAX units here, which are my shoes. You guys have seen these when I've done my declutter, etc. So that's where my shoes are at the top here. And then David's got some clothes and drawers here, and his shoes are at the bottom of these. And I've got some drawers over here that have all of my like workout gear, etc. But anyway, so over here, so this whole wall here where the vanities are and where this other IKEA unit is, this wall did not exist. So this all got built as well. This used to be kind of all open to the master bedroom. And then there were like additional kind of closets over here. It was a sort of a huge waste of space, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I don't even remember now. It'll be interesting when I insert that footage. It's really hard for me to remember exactly how this side especially looked. But anyway, so David and I, obviously, as you can see, have separate vanities. Again, an ask on my part. So this is great. It separates us too. He likes to joke like that then I don't see him. Of course I see him. It doesn't block my view, but it does give us some extra storage. Again, you can see I'm very big on labeling things, etc. That is where I have all of my like backstock products. So sometimes when I talk to you guys about backstock stuff, that's where that all is. So then this part of the bathroom, sorry, I just realized as I'm looking through the viewfinder, you can totally see the faux tan that has come off on my white towel. Sorry about that. But this part of the bathroom used to be part of what is now Hannah's bathroom, which was the master bathroom. So where we now have this toilet is where that walk-in, you know, stand-up shower was. And where our shower is now, which is, you know, you can see over here, was a closet that opened on the other side of the wall. So this was all just wall here, basically. So we kind of flip-flopped it, mostly due to the fact of where the waste needs to go. So it needed to tie into the toilet over in Hannah's. So anyway, but that is why we kind of flip-flop those for that reason. Here is my makeup desk and vanity, and where all the makeup magic happens. And then this is David's little lonely closet. I know, don't feel bad for him, guys. He was the one that wanted it that way. And then walking back here. So this is the other entrance into like what is technically this other unit. We obviously don't use it. I've got my Peloton here. Those are pictures there that need to be hung up on that wall. Those are some of the 4 pictures that we needed to do. And then here's the mirror that you guys see when I take my mirror selfies. And then here is the closet. Now, one of the reasons why this took me so long to film is because I didn't really want to film with those boxes in the back of my closet because they absolutely annoy the crap out of me. Of I was like, you know what, Lisa? If you wait until you get rid of those boxes and things, it could be forever. So who knows? Those are all of those boxes are Poshmark items. So I'll link my Poshmark below if you're interested in anything that might be there. I'm getting to the point now where they may just have to go bye-bye with a couple of exceptions of maybe some like higher end pieces. Those might stay, but the rest might go. But anyway, as you can see here, I've got all of my belts and things right here. I've also got some of my straps and then my drawers. And yes, again, I am that anal retentive person who actually puts labels on their drawers, so I know what's what. Yes, I'm very big into the sort of Marie Kondo way of folding, so the sort of file folder. So that is where all of my t-shirts and tank tops are. These are all jeans and then some shorts, and then the bottom drawer is pajamas basically, and some other, my wide leg jeans are down there too. We've got pant rails, so these actually pull out like that and go back in. So I've got those 3 there, and then I've got some other drawers. That's where like socks and underwear are. And then this is, I know you guys have kind of seen this before anyway. And then at the end there, which I can't really get to because of the boxes that are in the way, are where I have like a lot of my sunglasses stored out of cases. But then here is my other Rose Forever New York piece that I've had for a little while. I can take this off now, actually. I had this on during construction and I keep forgetting to take it off because I was trying to protect the roses from dust. But as you can see, I keep, there we go, it was stuck. I keep some of my sunglass cases in here that are too big to fit in there. But that is, like I said, a nice sort of display. These are all sample size perfumes that I've gotten over however, and then that's kind of where I keep my daily, you know, what I throw in my purse, so when I change my bag. So yeah, so that is obviously, you can see now the view that I have when I take my selfies. And like I said, there's my Peloton, and you know, just have a place to put some towels, storage when I work out, etc., and a fan, which everybody needs when they're on their Peloton. So that is it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this tour and renovation, I guess, finale. We can close out the series now because we are done, which is amazing. And it's just so nice to have all of our things and to feel like it's ours. And first of all, there aren't a bunch of random strangers in our apartment anymore making noise and creating dust and whatnot. But yeah, it's just nice to feel like we're at home. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or what do you think of how it turned out? I personally think it turned out great, but you know, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you here. Just click that subscribe button down below. And of course, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.